Guys, this is PARM with Pro Box Respect TKO. Privileged to be here with the new British Super Flyweight champion, Charlie Edwards. Charlie, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great, thanks, Paul. Thanks for having me on the show. Buzzing still after last night's performance. Felt like it was a punch-perfect performance. There's still a lot to work on, but I think I showed what I have been working on behind the scenes, and I'm really buzzing still about last night.
Yeah, when did you get back, mate?
Got back about 5 o'clock, so yeah, straight back here, straight to I've got a photo shoot with a belt and straight to you.
Exactly, and that shiny thing there, it means everything to you, doesn't it?
Yeah, of course, it means everything to me. Like, I want to win titles as a pro fighter, so the British title is one of the most prestigious titles out there as a pro to win, especially
Absolutely.
for Britain, and it's a belt I want to defend 3 times and keep outright. It'd be a dream come true to keep it outright.
Excellent, excellent. Going into the fight, I watched it on television, and I thought you boxed amazingly. Crisp punches, fluid, movement was great, back, front foot. You know, how did you feel? How would you assess that performance?
It was a performance that I could feel coming all through the week, like from the press conference, from all the training winding down, and getting on to fight week, and I could really feel it coming. I kept saying to everyone, I was saying, it's going to be a big performance. I can just feel it in me.
Yeah.
And I just listened to Adam, and we got the game plan, and he got in my head. Like, he calmed me right down before the warm up. Like, he spoke to me all the way through the fight. He was changing my tactics in the corner, so it really gave me something to work on throughout the rounds and keep me focused and zoned in. So yeah, it went great, and I was really happy with my performance.
I know Tony Roberts, who's here in the background, one of your mentors, constant support. I remember him texting me saying that you were so relaxed, and he said, Charlie's saying this performance is coming, I'm going to put on a real show. So you really felt like that then going into the fight, that you was going to put on quite a show?
Yeah, definitely I felt like that, because behind the scenes in training, living the life, like, I cut no corners. Mm-hmm. I give it everything. I was eating all the right foods, doing what I was told, listening to Adam, learning a lot in the gym. Sparring was great with Lucian Reed and Ryan Burnett. I had everything, so all my belief was in Adam and the game plan and everything that was going on behind the scenes. I knew it was going to pay off, because I was doing everything right, and when you do everything right, the only thing I had to do then was go into the fight positive and do my performance, and doing all that behind the scenes and making sure that was practice perfect, and kept on working on things in the gym that it would happen on fight night, and it sure did.
Absolutely. Going back to where you said you've been sort of, living the life, clean food. Big shout out to your girlfriend, because I believe she's your personal chef, yeah, Rebecca?
Yeah, she does. Yeah. She looks after me. She keeps me on the straight and narrow. If I ever try and have a little cheat, she gives me that little look and be like, what are you doing?
I'm going to get her to send me some food as well, so I need to trim up as well, so yeah.
But also I want to say a big thank you to the meat man who sponsored me, sent me the meat, Prep Food, who prepped a lot of my meals for this far after my training, which was great. And I had Applied Nutrition, who's my supplement sponsor, who kept me up to date with all my supplements to keep me firing on all cylinders.
All little things, but makes a big difference as well, right?
Little percentages, but them little percentage in such a control sport like boxing, them little percentages make the difference. Yeah. You could be nip and tuck, and if you're cutting something out, you really show dividends in the ring.
You mentioned about the gym. Obviously, it was your first fight under Adam Booth, who's a very reputable trainer. So that can only pay dividends, because you've got the likes of Billy Joe Saunders, Andy Lee, who's a former world champion, Lucian Reed, Ryan Burnett, and you've also got Josh Kelly there as well. So that must be buzzing, that gym at the moment, isn't it?
The gym's on fire. It's got to be one of the best gyms in the country at the moment now. Like Adam Booth, he's a real master of the game. He knows everything. I have full belief whatever he tells me is the gospel truth. Like, and when we're in the gym, the technique he does, he'll do the pads we are, and then he's got a team round him. Roger Lee, Andy Lee's brother. He's got Charlie from the Like to Live gym, who does our strength as well, and he's also there. He's got Richard Towers. It's a great team. We're a real big team, and not only when he's doing the teaching, he then takes a step on the outside, tells the coaches what to do with us, sits back, looks at us from the outside so we can see the different perspective and see what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong, and giving us advice and pushing us in the right direction. So we've got a great team. We call it the A team now. That's the new thing we're calling it.
Good.
And it's great to be around, you know what I mean? We're all bouncing and buzzing off each other.
Exactly. And it makes all the difference, and you can see that in your performance. So you've got obviously the professional team, and you've got the guys here who are looking after you personally, you know, taking off all the pressure off you.
I'm so grateful that I've got a great team on my boxing thing and on the outside, like Tony helps me with my tickets, takes all that stress away from me. I don't have to think about it. If people come to me and ask me, can I have a signed glove, can you do this, come to this show, that show, I just put it towards Tony, and
he's the man.
He can fill it out and make sure it's capable for me without me stressing and I've got to do this, got to do that. Yeah. I can just focus on my training and focus on my
keeps
job.
You laughing as well, so that's a big thing.
Exactly. and the missus keeps me grounded, so it's all good. I've got really great people around me, and they all want the best for me.
So just going back to the fight, I mentioned some of the things I observed, and from round one, mate, you meant business. You looked the business as well. So overall, I thought it was an awesome performance. How would you analyse that performance from round one to say even 12? Because it was your first 12 rounder as well.
Yeah, my first 12 rounder, but like it's funny on the 9th round, I come back to the corner. Adams slowed me down, got me breathing, said to me, "Look back and see." And he was. You could tell he was tiring in there. And he goes, "Charlie, you're a 15-round fighter. 3 more rounds to go. We're at home and dry. Just stay focused and keep doing things we was working on." So, the 12 rounds was no issue for me. I do always class myself as a 15-round fighter. I'm super fit all the time, in top condition. I live the life, and I'm a professional athlete. I'm not just a pro boxer.
Yeah.
I live the life.
I was going to ask you actually because one of the jobs with Adam Booth is obviously to keep you sort of going and sort of in the corner. So I was just going to say, what did he sort of say? What did he actually say in round 12? Because round 12, obviously we all knew that Ian Butcher was behind on points. And I thought he's going to come at Charlie, and obviously you got the skill set to keep away from him. So what did he actually say to you on round 12 going into that one?
He just said, "Look, don't do nothing stupid, don't do nothing silly. You're controlling the fight. You've got him where you want him." He goes, he wanted me to go out there the same as the other round. He wanted me not to just run and be flimsy on my legs, which I used to be a lot, like float about. He wanted me to change the pace up and down, be steady on my legs, be set, and feint him and get him to show what he's thinking and make him look slow.
Yeah.
Make him double think what he wants to do, and it gives me that confidence. Things were working in there, which I was doing what he was telling me. And it was coming off, I was thinking, why haven't I ever found out this before? But I've never had the person to listen to like that, and I really believe in everything he said. So when I was going out, I was sitting my feet, I was fainting stuff and doing things where I weren't looking to punch, but I just showing him where I was going.
Yeah.
And it was controlling him. He was double thinking himself, and then he would go back thinking I was going to come, and it knocked his rhythm. So it was just that, and I breezed through the 12th round and won on a great.
Something we said off camera as well that I noticed about you was in between some rounds you were sitting a little deliberately lower. So is that one of the tactics you've picked up from Adam?
Yeah, definitely. I was always very upright.
Mm-hmm.
When you sit lower, still with a solid base and not flat-footed, but with fast feet. Sit lower, it changes the rhythm, it changes the tempo of the fight, and it makes you more threatening.
Yeah.
So that's what we have been working on, and it paid off.
Mate, you look very comfortable, whether it's off the back foot, front foot. Do you have a preference to what style, or you just?
I just go in there and I enjoy myself.
Yeah.
And I like to switch it up, because if I was doing one thing too much, it would become predictable. So I need to switch it up at all times. So the fight, he don't get the gist of how I'm performing. How if I kept doing the same thing, he would then cotton on, and I would then get caught. So it's about switching it from this pace to that pace, up the pace, down the pace, different kind of variety of shots to keep him guessing all the time and keep him doubting himself.
Yeah, I also noticed a few times you went southpaw as well, and he always seemed to be a sort of a step slower. But all credit to you, mate. I think that was a lot of it was down to your movement. You know, it was excellent movement. Every time he came in, you was awake.
It killed him.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
couldn't deal with it.
yeah.
Getting frustrated, chasing it, and he knew if he, like, I've watched it back already, and I see his brother was telling him to put it on me at some stage. He knew he couldn't.
Yeah.
If he'd come at me and started trying to let combinations off, he knew he was going to walk into one, and which he did a lot of the time. Kept walking into that left hook. I was fainting and then check hooking out, and it was hurting him. And he knew if he kept walking in, it would be one. He'd make a mistake, and it could be a big shot he walked into. So I think Butcher didn't really realise how dominating I was, because he always thought about me when we was in the amateurs, and I was younger then.
Sure.
I was more upright. I was more in and out, just boxing like you do over 3 threes. But now planting my feet and setting myself more, I think it shocked him in there that, well, he can hit a little bit now. I can't just walk through him and try and put it on him.
Yeah.
It won't work. And then when I was using my angles, it was completely confusing him.
And all fair play to you. You didn't do it here. You went in his backyard in Glasgow. I bet that. I mean, I know you fought on the Golovkin card versus Casemiro, but that must have been quite hostile up there with the Scots.
Yeah.
They're not our biggest fans, are they?
No, it was very hostile. To be honest, he'd done the ring walk first, so I didn't hear any of his cheers or was that. And then when I come out and done my ring walk, I had the song Queen on, Don't Stop Me Now.
Oh,
and
right.
I was there, I was waiting for the ring walk, and as the song broke in, all the crowd started singing it, and I thought, oh, this ain't bad, they're liking it. As soon as I hit the ring, the whole crowd just went, ooh, and I just thought, Adam went, right, now embrace that, take it all in and embrace it, use it as a positive, use all that energy, suck it all up, and use it as a positive. And I listened to him, and I controlled my nerves, and I took it as a positive, and then I thought, you know what, right, this is it. Now I'm going to silence all of you, and that's what I went out in that first round, and the crowd soon went quiet. It
definitely looks like Adam's brought a different aspect to your fight game, because obviously, you know, formerly he trained the likes of David Haye. You know, he's been out in Germany in front of 50, 60,000 people versus Klitschko, so he's obviously brought a very different aspect to your fight game as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. It's experience.
Yeah.
And I'm like a sponge. I love to learn, and I respect the man so highly. And anything he says, like I said, I take it as gospel, and I'll do. And I know I'm going to learn a hell of a lot. This is only after 4 months. You've seen the change. Even the Sky commentator said on my fight how much they can see the improvements. That's only over 4 months. It's scary to think what it will be like in a year, 2, 3 years. But I really believe I can go all the way under Adam.
Definitely, and touchwood. It was a complete sort of shutout performance. I gave you all 12 rounds. Did he hurt you at any point in there?
No, he didn't hurt me at all in there. He didn't. I've been in with him a long time ago, and I didn't believe he was a puncher back then. But it's 14-ounce gloves, so you can't really take it as read. And then when I was in there with the 8-ounce gloves, I think he hit me with one shot off the top of the head, but I took it and I just thought, well, you don't even punch, and that's with 8-ounce gloves on. He's more physically strong.
Yeah.
It was more like he wanted to press, and like, because I was hitting him with a lot of jabs, a lot of lead hand work, and I was sitting back and he was trying to push, and I was hitting double force on with a stiff jab, and like I could feel it on my hand a little bit. It was a bit sore. But I carried on getting through it, and my hand's a little bit sore now, but it's nothing major or nothing like that. But that's all it was. He kept coming, which I got to take my hat off to him. He was game, and he was pressing. Like I didn't think he would because of the weight. He didn't make the weight, and he looked very drained. But he obviously fueled up and really put on back on the weight and felt good. So he did come and to have a go, but I just nullified anything that he had to offer.
And there was looking at you guys, obviously you was a wee bit taller than him, he's a bit more stockier, but you're feeling good at this new weight as well, aren't you?
This new weight has been a godsend to me. I feel so much better. Like I put on the same amount of weight I would have when I was 8 stone, so I got in the ring at the same weight I would have.
Yeah.
But because I'm 3 pound heavier, I weren't shrinking my stomach down so much. I wasn't like draining myself of fluid like all the weeks before, and like killing myself to get down, boiling down. I felt a lot stronger, and I felt like when I fueled up, my body took all the food in, and I didn't feel bloated. I felt great in there, and I felt a lot stronger. We've been developing my legs and changing my style a little bit, and it just felt like it come together nicely.
Charlie, I've got no doubt you're going to be a world champion in the future. God bless. You've already fought the #1 flyweight in the world, Casemiro, on the Golovkin undercard. What can we sort of expect next, mate?
Really, for me, I rushed my career. Do you know what I mean? I wanted to get straight in there and try and get that world title. It's everyone's dream, but I'm one of them ones. I don't shy away from a challenge. I jump near anyone, so it's not up to me no more. I want to take a step back. I want to listen to the people who are going to guide me in the right direction. MTK Global, Adam Booth, Eddie Hearn. Let them have the plan for me. They can discuss with themselves. I'm the boxer. I'm going to take that step back and just work on what I have to and learn my craft and my game. Listen to Adam and just what's put in front of me, I'll take. And I know with them all behind me, they'll guide me in the right way to that world title.
Exactly, and 3 defences, mate, and that beautiful belt is yours, isn't it? Outright.
Yeah,
so excellent. Listen, it's been a real joy to come and see you again. You're a great kid. Wish you all the best, especially with the Easter holidays. You got any plans?
Tomorrow, me and my girlfriend, we're jetting off to Rome for 3 nights and 4 days. Go a little bit of sightseeing, enjoy the Italian food.
Yeah,
and,
why not?
Just wind down and kind of chill out, get away from all the hype on social media and that. Just switch off and rest and recover, and then go again next week.
You've earned it, mate. So enjoy your Easter, and I'll catch up with you soon. All the best. Take care, fella.